Hey guys, Agni here. Today we're going to be discussing the new Ghost Mantis that just released. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so like I said in the little intro, we're going to be talking about the Ghost Mantis today and how good it is, look over the skills, kind of give a quick breakdown of the different talent tree, etc. Before we get into that, got to get into the usual shenanigans. This video is sponsored by AppCoins. We're using my code AGNATA1. You can get anywhere from 5 to 65% off all in-game purchases. This is a great way to be able to come and buy this, actually, so that you can get it for a lot cheaper and be able to save a little bit of money and put it back in your pocket. So again, a full description of how to do so will be down in the description down below. But that is AGNATA1 on AppCoins. On top of that, in the description will be a link to my Discord. It's a great place if you want to come and ask questions or hang out, or we do occasional voice calls and such. So it's just it's a good little Discord, away from all the drama and everything else like that. So all that will be down in the description down below. All right, so let's get right into it. All right. So the first thing, it's another synergy. It's a shooter synergy. So you're going to have the talent points that'll come along with it, just like the other ones. We're not going to go into that because they're all the same for everything. When the troop contains a shooter squad, it increases damage. When leading any soldier ant, the chance of triggering the rain effect. Now, the rain effect is at the beginning of each round, choose 2 of our squads at random and grant them 2 buffs randomly selected from the following 3. Skill target +1, 40% chance. All skills trigger chance +5%. Heal for 10% of the damage dealt. Buff lasts for 1 round. Okay, so obviously the skill trigger chance is a good one, but the skill target +1, a 40% chance, that's huge. So that basically allows you to be able to trigger that same skill yet again in that round to do even more damage. So that's very nice. And then you got the usual with that. Now I'll get into the talent trees. The most important one is going to be the Conqueror, especially since it's a shooter. You're going to want to focus pretty heavily on that because that is mostly attack base and combat base versus more of the defense stuff that you'll get, but we'll look at that here in a second. So we'll get at the midpoints first. When the battle starts, increase the attack and defense for backline by insect star level times 75. So you're doing quick math, this might not be 100% accurate, but you're getting about 40% more at level 11. No, I'm sorry, you'd be getting about 9% extra at level 11. Plus it goes up by 4. I don't know what it's gonna go up by, but it'll probably end up being, I'm assuming, probably about a 1.5%, maybe a little higher, maybe a full 2%, which would give you, right around 18% attack and defense. So that's pretty good. Then we'll go into that as all soldier attack plus 3.5% times 4. So you're probably looking at an end of about 12% once fully upgraded. Skill damage of all squads plus 2.25%. It also goes up on 4. So you're probably looking at right around 8 to 10% on that one. All soldiers control resistance chance +1, has 6 levels, so 6%. And then all soldiers counter effect from enemy -1%, 6 levels, so 6%. And normal attack dealt, damage dealt by all of our soldiers plus 2.25%, has 4 levels, so you're probably looking at right around 7 to 8% on that. Alright, then we'll get into the good ones, the juicy ones. So we got Ever Victorious buff effect. During the battle, all of our squads gain 3% increased damage on the first attack each round, and reduces the target's skill defense by 4% for the entire battle. That has 10 levels, so you're probably looking right around at 30% increased damage and 40% reduced target skill defense. For shooters, that's pretty insane. That is pretty high up there, and could potentially be very devastating. Alright, and then moving on to the next one. In the last 4 rounds, the skill damage of all of our squads increases by 0.5% each round. The effect is stackable. There's 8 levels to that, so so you're probably looking at about 4% total on that one. So that's still a good little buff. Then we got has a 50% chance to mark a random enemy squad each round, reducing all of its attributes by 3%. When our squad deals skill damage to the marked enemy, there's an 80% chance to increase the damage that's received by 3%. 10 levels on that, so you're gonna have probably an increased attack chance, but it's probably gonna be around reducing the attributes by 30% and then increasing the damage by 30%. So that's a pretty big number as well. Alright, and then for the last one, we got in the first 4 squads, all of our squads gain skill damage plus 4%, and normal attack resistance plus 2%. So when fully upgraded, that should give 32% skill damage and 16% normal attack resistance. Pretty good, solid numbers there, honestly. And then if you go into the omnipotent, these are really, we've had omnipotent on, I can't even say the word. We've had this on other insects, so I'll just quickly go over it. You got in 2nd, 4th, and 6th round, there's healing ratio for that. This would be more if you want to build it towards like a guardian build, and then or a guardian shooter. And then for this one, you got for each shooter squad in our troop, normal attack damage. Carry squad has skill damage, and for guardian squad, it has damage taken. So that's more if you want to do like a mixed build type thing. And then you have in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th rounds, additionally increases the first damage dealt by 2 random squads by 2%. Alright, so that's the basis of it. Now, what are my thoughts on it? I think especially for shooters, this is an incredible insect. It's extremely strong, and it's going to be hard to beat because it's really going after that pure power that shooters have of getting in there, fucking shit up, and getting out. It'll be a real good for early round knockouts with it. So that's definitely something to that's very keen and worthy to want for a shooter build as general. Great insect. I do probably plan on trying to get it myself. So I don't really buy that much anymore. So if that tells you anything, hopefully that helps out. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got for you. Egg News out. We'll see you in the next one.